Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Basketball is brought to you in part by Rising Hope Counseling, Bank West, Fisher Rounds, Billion Auto, AGE, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, and Envirotech.
Back out for Barry. How about another one for Barry? You betcha! You betcha! 3 threes in the corner for Ryan Barry. She's got 23 tonight.
And by American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, River Bottom Sanitation, CHS River Plains, Wheelhouse Auto Body, Edward Jones Financial, and Allied Plumbing and Heating.
And that pass is stolen away. Here is Keatles wide open. Whitfield slam for Lincoln Keatles. And a timeout taken by Coach Wilhelm.
Here, Governor Basketball is also brought to you by Ferding Electric, Gales Gas, First Dakota National Bank, Faith Lutheran, Lamb Motors, James Pharmacy, and B&B Equipment.
Tipped out. Terwilliger gets the rebound. They will foul her one more time. With 9.2 to go.
And just listen to him.
And what an atmosphere it was tonight here at Rick Size.
And by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Anderson Rumsa Dental, Todd's Electric, Graham Tire, Avera, and the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection. And now with the call, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
And a good afternoon as we welcome you here to O'Gorman High School as the Pierre Governors take on the O'Gorman Knights as we will get started just a little bit earlier than expected. Maybe somewhere around 12:40, 12:50-ish, 10 minutes ahead of schedule. The Governors taking on this O'Gorman Knights team as we're looking for the Governors to reset after last night. A 65-29 loss to the Harrisburg Tigers, but here this afternoon, Govs looking to hit the reset button and get a big win on the road against a tough O'Gorman team. They beat O'Gorman in the Sodak 16 last year to get to the state tournament, but now the Govs are looking for their opportunity to pick a win on the road to get to 9-5 on the season, force O'Gorman to 500 at 6-6 as we are set and ready for this matchup between these two teams. We'll take our first break of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk with both coaches. First with Coach Ryan Roby of the O'Gorman Knights, as we are listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes it doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
We might not be the largest repair shop in town, but we take pride in what we do. We want to make the experience as painless as possible for you, so we will work with your insurance company on your claim from beginning to the end. Locally owned with 50 years combined in the shop, Wheelhouse Auto Body will take the stress off of you. Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield, or contact them at 605-494-0436, 605-494-0436, or wheelhouseautobody@gmail.com.
This winter, sip on a delicious hot cocoa and lose yourself in the grace of a fresh falling snow before you smash that hot mug on the driveway and join First Dakota to bank some noise for winter sports. Stomp for block shots, holler for match ceiling takedowns, and go berserk for a perfect dismount. Let's give the home team all we've got. Bank some noise with us at First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakota.com, member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
With any
As we
dream.
welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Join me is Coach Roby of the O'Gorman Knights. And, Coach, you got a chance to catch the Governors last night. You guys didn't play yesterday. They played Harrisburg. So, overall, maybe not so much from that game or maybe from that game, too. But what have you seen from this Governor team on film so far?
Well, I'll tell you, last night was no indication of how they are. They had the long trip out here. You're getting off the bus. You're playing a very talented Harrisburg team. I didn't take a lot out of last night's score, and here's why. Now we have a wounded animal coming to our place a little bit. They're going to lick their wounds, and that's scary. But I know the Governors are well coached. Obviously, Coos does a great job. With that being said, they're very talented in positions, athletic, like a year ago, I think. So we'll have our hands full.
And maybe what did Harrisburg, is there anything that you could take from that game for Harrisburg to jump out to that quick start like they did? Or is that something that is maybe possible compared to, the situation itself?
No, I really don't look at it that way just because it's apples to oranges. Harrisburg gives you so many different reads than we would be able to. It's just, again, apples to oranges. So I really don't ever scout like that. I never, if anything, I scout just tendencies. Is a team going to man us up? I look at those kind of things. Maybe a few matchups, same old names around Pierre that are going to be issues, Kaisers and Zabels. I mean, they're all going to be issues for us. So we just have to, for lack of better words, I guess, we have to take care of ourselves. We're not playing great right now, and offensively, we're not moving the ball like we would like. So we're just more worried about ourselves more than the Governors. I don't mean that like we're overlooking the Governors. I don't mean it that way. In my opinion, I'm more worried about what we're doing than worried about scouting Pierre.
So then for the O'Gorman Knights, what does that look like when things are starting to click on all cylinders and playing what you guys want to play? What does that look like?
Well, we're I was talking to my son, one of our main assistant coaches here as well. I was talking to him the other day, and we're still trying to find our identity. I know that sounds crazy because we're about halfway through, but, do we want a zone? Do we want a man? The verdict is still out. But offensively, we have to do a better job of moving the basketball. I think at times we just stand. We got some guys that when they catch it, they're trying to do too much on their own. Head down, dribble, try to create their own look. We have to get away from that if we're going to be successful.
Going into here today, how key is a good start, and what does that look like to get a good start for O'Gorman?
Well, you always want to get the momentum first, but I always tell our guys, getting the momentum first does not mean you have to score first. Two different things. But anytime we're playing, we always try to get the momentum first, get the momentum of the game. Maybe that is scoring first, but it could be just in the first 4 minutes, establish the pace, establish the defensive principles. And like I said, that's what we're trying to do.
And overall, what's going to be the biggest key here for O'Gorman to get a win here this afternoon?
Get better offensively, make better decisions, and be quite honestly, make plays. The last two games, we dropped our last two games. We had, I don't want to say we had Roosevelt, but we were playing right with Roosevelt, a very talented team as well. And there was one lapse in the third quarter where we made a couple bad decisions, and it cost us the game. The other night at Washington, same thing. We were right where we wanted to be against Washington. Again, very talented team. We are right there. We made a couple bad decisions right at the third quarter mark, and it cost us the game. So for us to be successful, whether it's this afternoon or whether it's Monday or into next week, we have to make better decisions, and we have to have guys just step up and make plays.
Well, Coach, hey, I appreciate the time. Good luck today, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you much.
As Coach Roby, the O'Gorman Knights, back with the pregame show next in 3 minutes on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, join me as Coach Brianna Kusler. And Coach, short memory from last night, get a chance to play here against O'Gorman. And before we start talking about O'Gorman, it's got to feel good to get back on the court immediately after what happened last night.
Certainly. You know, these guys are competitors. And what happened last night was not what these guys are capable of by any means. And not to take any credit away from what Harrisburg did, and they're a tremendous team. They're going to do a lot of really good things this year. They've proven that already thus far, and they'll continue to do that. But we were just off in every facet of the game. It was, you know, I jokingly said that we probably, if we're left alone in the gym, I don't know if we make 50 points last night. It was just that off of, connecting defensively. It was, again, just uncharacteristic, but what a great weekend for if you have to go through something like that. I would love that it's the weekend like this where today we get to respond, because we are confident in the kids that we have in our gym and the kids that are the competitors that they are to be able to respond to something like that and show that, yep, that wasn't us last night. And we're going to learn from it. Short memory, though, forget most of it, learn from the parts that we can. Obviously, at the end of the day, we just can't produce what we did last night ever again. And we've shown the other 12 games of the year that we'll be just fine.
Well, and then you look at the way the weekend is set up, that the tougher of the two tests, and I think, you know, not to take anything away from what O'Gorman has, and they're a good team in their own right, but the tougher of the two tests was last night. So it's not like you went from the lesser of the two tougher tests to the bigger one today. So that's going to help maybe get the confidence going early on that you're saying, boy, what we did last night, now we got to go play even tougher team. You know, it's still going to be a tough place to play. It's still a tough environment, still a tough team, but it's got to be a little bit, I don't know, it's not easier, but a little bit easier on the mind going in a game where team's 6-5.
Yeah, you know, O'Gorman's extremely well coached. Coach Roby's been around forever, and he'll have them ready to go. But you're exactly right. We saw it here in the JV game as well. Just there was a different mindset attacking today, and while there's some positives that we can take from yesterday, it was good to just get a fresh start. You know, this morning when we were going through some scout and film and all of that, I opened up the hotel window and I said, guess what? The sun rose today, and it's a new day, and we get to play basketball, and keeping that at the forefront, that you guys get to go and compete. You get to have fun with your friends and just go out there and do that. And competing hard, valuing the basketball while we were exposed in certain areas that we can continue to improve on. It's still, we're confident in the competitors that we have that they'll respond well with this. And, you know, O'Gorman, they're pretty perimeter dominant. We have, I would go as far as to say we have almost an advantage inside from a size standpoint, which doesn't happen very often, but we do, and we've got to make sure that we're playing physical, we're playing strong like we do in all 5 spots on the court, but taking away their perimeter is going to be an area of emphasis for us tonight.
You kind of mentioned, too, what O'Gorman has. What do you expect from them overall in this game against Pierre?
You know, they've got a couple guys that look to be their primary scorers, but then capable supporting guys as well, that can go off at any given moment, to where we've got to continue to recognize tendencies and make adjustments as we need to. I think for us, our transition last night, we really didn't have much of a transition by any means offensively. O'Gorman, they tend to struggle a little bit with their defensive transition, and I think that's an area where we're confident in the guys that we've got to get up and down the floor and maybe try and get some simple buckets in transition, which is getting back to what what we want this group to be and what they're capable of being. While we're pushing with purpose, we're pushing with patience still, not just...
As we are here ready to go, we're going to cut the interview short as we are set and ready for basketball here this afternoon from the O'Gorman High School. As we are set, tip-off upcoming. Governor is going to go from the top to the bottom of your radio dial. The O'Gorman Knights going from the bottom to the top of your dial as we are set 10 minutes earlier than expected. Opening tip is underway. Governors will win the tip. Kate Kaiser win it back to Luke Olson. As we're underway, it is Kaiser, Zabel, Olson, Doyle, and Dawson gets the starting five for the O'Gorman Knights. As this gets on the right wing here for the Governors. Man-to-man defense for O'Gorman. Kaiser will catch to the left elbow. Into the baseline for Luke Olson. Olson will try and drive. As he was falling back, he'll throw it back for Getz. Long three is on its way and missed. And the rebound is tipped off the hands and out of play, and it will stay with the Governors. Starting five of the O'Gorman Knights, Rylan Satter, the 6'1 senior. Hayden Groves, the 6'2 senior. Then it's Austin Terveen, the 6'2 junior. Henry Theobald, the 6' senior, as Zabel will catch underneath. That shot is blocked by Satter, and it'll be taken by O'Gorman. And then Nia Dutz, the 6'3 junior. Those are the starting five for the O'Gorman Knights as they have their first possession of the ball game. 7:20 to go here in quarter number one. It is going to be Terveen that will get to Dutz as he'll drive all the way in. He'll hop step. His shot is just a bit too strong, and the rebound's grabbing the Governors. Here's Luke Olson racing down the floor as he'll get underneath the basket. His pass, but stepping out of bounds, I believe, was Olson to turn the ball over. And the first turnover of the ball game for either side is in favor of the Governors, or I guess in favor of O'Gorman to get the turnover. Gross up for the O'Gorman Knights. Minute gone by, no score. The American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffle by scoreboard. Pass will come back on the right side for Gross. As he'll work to the left wing, that jumper is up. That will fall short, and the rebound's going to be grabbed by the Governors. In transition, Jed Zabel. He'll find it back over for Olson. He'll start to look inside. Now he'll give to a cutting Doyle, but that pass is tipped and stolen away. And the second turnover here by the Governors. Stealing it was Theobald, and Theobald will hand off for Dutz. We'll work on the left side. That shot up from Terveen. That's short again. Governors will get the rebound and the breakouts. In transition we go again as Kaiser. He'll drive all the way to the basket. Had a wide open layup, but he missed it. The layup was there, and he missed the layup. And now it's back for Terveen on the left side. He lost the handle of the ball, but it's still going to be picked up by Gross. And now over for Dutz on the right side near the Governor bench with 6:03 to go in the first quarter. Here is Gross again. It gives back. A long three is on its way. Too strong. Theobald missed it. And then it is a rebound for Getz. And then Olson was tripped up. Another turnover by the Governors. And the first bucket finally goes to O'Gorman. As it's going to be Terveen that will get the first bucket. 3 turnovers by the Governors. But back the other way, Jed Zabel on the left block will get the first points for the Govs to make it 2-2. 5.5 to go. We've got our first buckets across the board for both these teams. Theobald on the left wing over for Gross. Out top for Terveen. On the right side, back for Theobald. Now Gross will drive in, kicked it to the corner. On that long jumper missed by Satter. Rebounds tipped around. Eventually coming down with it is going to be O'Gorman as the ball was still loose and then was thrown off the foot of Luke Olson. Trying to stay in bounds was Theobald and eventually goes out of play. As we'll get a couple of subs. Caleb Terveen will check in. And then we'll also have Tatum Mounty, the 5'9 sophomore. Caleb Terveen, the 6'2 junior. 5:04 to go here in the first quarter. 2-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffle by scoreboard. Mounty on the right side, over right wing for Gross. Gross looks in and can't find anybody to throw it to. Sawyer Sunshine's also checked in for the Governors. Want to give that information as well. Now it's Austin Terveen. Drives all the way in, and Terveen has got all 4 points right now for the O'Gorman Knights. 4-2 lead for O'Gorman here with 4:35 to go in quarter number one. Luke Olson on the right side. He'll work it into the corner. It's picked up by Zabel all the way in that corner. Underneath for Kaiser. trying to get that separation. Bounce pass back for Zabel, the baseline jumper. That will just fall off the rim, but Luke Olson will fight for the offensive rebound. It is now Kaiser that drives in. Off the contact, got the shot to go, and a foul committed. And Kate Kaiser, oh, they're gonna say it was on the floor. The contact happened before the shot was away. Hayden Gross will pick it up. The Govs don't get the bucket and the foul. They just get the foul, a fresh 35 with 4:13 left to go. Zabel, the corner for Getz. Out for Zabel again, the left wing. As he'll turn, his pass. That one skipped all the way through. And it's going to be Dawson Getz for three. And that's buried by Dawson Getz, his first one of the ball game. He is a catalyst for the Governors, as that will be a pass tipped and out of play by Getz. If Dawson Getz gets going early on, they're a team that is very dangerous from beyond the arc and dangerous throughout the entire game. You'll look at yesterday where the Governors struggled and Dawson Getz made just 1 3 that came in the third quarter. Not that he's the only guy that can score, but when he gets going early on, he can get hot and can shoot lights out from across anywhere on the floor. Austin Terveen here with it for O'Gorman. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. 5-4 lead, first lead for the Governors here this afternoon. Driving, kicking. It's going to be now Mounty. Takes one dribble to his right off the pump fake, and it rolls off and rolls through as Tatum Mounty has given the O'Gorman Knights a 6-5 advantage here in the first quarter. 3:23 to go here in the first quarter. Olson hands off for Kaiser. Now back to the baseline for Olson. Drives in, pass tipped, but still taken by Sonnenschein. High three is missed. Dawson gets an offensive board. Kaiser, that quick pass to Sonnenschein off of his hands and turned back over. O'Gorman back in transition the other way. Austin Terveen defended by Kaiser. Trying to drive underneath, but a block is called against Kaiser before the shots, before Terveen will get into the act of shooting. And we'll get our first foul on the Governors with 2:59 to go here in the first quarter. Ty and Bus will check in. Governors wearing their black jerseys with the green numbers and letters. O'Gorman in their white jerseys with the blue numbers, yellow letters, and the stripes of blue, white, and yellow down the jersey and pants. There's a shot that's missed off the three committed by Caleb Terveen. Rebound for Sonnenschein up ahead for Olson. Governors can retake the lead. Lob pass, and we're going to get a foul committed by Caleb Terveen, who was trying to front the Governors and Cade Kaiser. 2:47 to go, and the first foul committed by Caleb Terveen. John Lent will check in. Dute is back in as well. 2:47 remaining here in the first quarter. Lob pass out for Olson, throws it underneath for Zabel. Hook shot is missed, and Dute will get the defensive rebound. Quick transition move up the floor. Tatum Mounty, and then we'll get a offensive foul committed, an illegal screen. Sonnenschein, he ran into Henry Theobald, who was not set for the screen. And Theobald will pick up his first foul, the third O'Gorman foul. Cooper Twilliger will check in, the freshman. The 6'5 freshman will check in for Cade Kaiser. 2:37 remaining here in quarter number one. Olson here for the Governors into the front court. As he stands to his left, directing traffic, Olson will get to the corner. Work it back out to the wing, gets a screen from Sonnenschein, and then we will get a foul committed as running over Sonnenschein was Theobald. So he gets called for an offensive foul and then a defensive foul as Terveen will check in. And the fourth team foul. So Olson will inbound. Theobald checks out the ball game with his two fouls. Zabel, it is now going to be Terwilliger at the free throw line, working to the right. Now for Zabel underneath. The pass comes back out to Zabel. He'll give it for Sonnenschein, who's going to drive the basket, lost the handle of it. His pass goes over. Then they save it right back to Buzz, who will step into a three. But that shot is too strong. Rebound's tipped and then grabbed by Zabel. He's at the free throw line, kicks to the corner. Sunnenshine's open for three. He'll take it, but he airballs it, too strong with it. And Dutt will get the board all the way up the floor. Austin Terveen, his wild shot is missed, and Zabel will grab the rebound. Here come the Governors again, down by 1 with 1:40 to go in the first quarter. That pass is tipped and then stolen away, and then a foul committed by the Governors. And they're going to get Jed Zabel with a push. For the 5th turnover of the quarter now by the Governors. Kaiser will check in for Zabel with 1:36 to go here in quarter number 1. Still a 6-5 advantage for the O'Gorman Knights. With about 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Dunn on the right side. Make that Dude on the right side. Kicks it over, driving in. Shot is up and missed by Caleb Terveen. Rebound will be grabbed by the freshman Terwilliger. Olsen, as he moves up ahead, he'll create the separation, get the 5-second timer off. Now Olsen picks up his dribble, right side for Kaiser, into the corner for Buss. Trying to look inside. Now he's trying to find somebody to pass it to. His pass is going to be deflected. It will go out of bounds. It will stay with the Governors with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Getz will check in for Buss. 55.9 to go here in quarter number 1. So 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Olsen. As he'll drive left side all the way, right hand off the glass, missed the shot, rebounds grabbed by O'Gorman. Olsen had almost knocked the ball away from Ryland Satter, but now the O'Gorman Knights with 40 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. On the right side, out top it is Dute. Dute will drive in, offline, missed the shot, rebounds grabbed by Getz. The Governors can hold for the final shot. This is a baseball score here in the first quarter, 6-5 right now. Governors got a 3 by Getz and a bucket by Zabel. 18 seconds to go here in the first. Olsen gets the pass back from Getz, stands at midcourt. Down to 10 seconds. Terwilliger will turn with it. He's looking to his left, kicks it for Sunnenshine. Fadeaway shot is missed. Rebound will eventually be grabbed by O'Gorman. Down to the final second. Three-quarter shot is up and offline, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Not a whole lot of offense, but good defense between these two teams. 6-5 our score. O'Gorman leads the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have problems, but when they happen, call Tons Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Tons Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agriculture. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility, and are prepared to help. Call Tons Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Tons Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The light.
Financial investments are important, but so are the investments, time, patience, and encouragement young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is the proud of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Gov! For your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to speak with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back here at O'Gorman High School as we start the second quarter. Pierre Governors are down by 1, 6-5. The American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Austin Terveen's got the game high right now, 4 points. 2 field goals for him. Everybody else with Tate Mounty making a bucket. Dawson Getz with a 3 and Jed Zabel with a 2 for the Govs. The 11 points in total between these two teams in the first 8 minutes. It is at the left elbow here. Satter will pass it back. Now it's going to be taken to the right side. Dute to the baseline. That jumper is offline. Rebound is grabbed by the Governors. Austin Terveen missed the shot. And so now it's Olsen here for Pierre. Olsen to pass for Zabel off the hands. That's going to be taken back. And it will be grabbed all the way up ahead. And the layup is good from Austin Terveen to make it a 8-5 lead for O'Gorman. It is Zabel on the left side for Olsen. Now back for Zabel again. He'll kick it for Dawson Getz. To the left side, Zabel on the wing. It is underneath Olsen. That pass, or that shot is blocked by the Knights. Long pass up ahead for Satter. His layup will fall as well, and it's now a 10-5 lead for O'Gorman. And with the 6:48 to go here in the first quarter, or make that the first half, and a 10-5 advantage for the O'Gorman Knights, and a timeout taken by Coach Brianna Kusler. We'll keep it here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So O'Gorman, who had just 6 points in that first quarter. Obviously, Governors had just 5 as well, but they've jumped out with a 4-0 run to start this second quarter with 6:48 remaining in the half, or a minute and 12 seconds in to the second quarter. And the offense starting to click a little bit for the O'Gorman Knights. However, the Govs, they've got to find a way to score some buckets. This offense has sputtered a little bit over the last several games, and at times have been very sharp, and times have looked good with their shot selection. Just shots aren't falling for the Governors right now. As Coach Kusler said, in a joking way, that nobody could be in the gym yesterday, and she's not sure if they could have hit 50. Just one of those nights where the shots weren't falling. Ball went out of bounds. It was tipped out of bounds, and will remain here with the Governors with 6:35 to go here in the second quarter. 22 left to go on the shot clock. Dawson Getz will inbound on the right baseline. That would be the left baseline to the right of us, as Luke Olsen now has it with 6:27 to go. It is Zabel underneath for Getz. There's a good look. There's a good puck. Dawson Getz inside the arc, off the glass and in the left block. 10-7. Governors down by 3 with 6:14 to go here in the first half. Duke will lean in with a shot. That one's missed, but the rebound's tipped and then still grabbed by Hayden Gross. Out top for Austin Turvine, left side for Duke. And then the pass will be coming out top here for Gross. On the left side, it is Duke. Now back again, Austin Turvine. That shot off the glass and in. Looking for the contact. He didn't get the contact as he fell to the ground, but he still made the shot to make it 12-7. He's got the game-high 8 points right now. It is Zabel on the left side for Olsen. Gets a screen, kicks it. Dawson Getz open for 3, rattles in and out. Rebound will be grabbed by Dudes. Govs were looking for that one to pull within just one shot. Austin Turvine again. He'll turn with it. Out top for Dude. Left wing 3. Buried. 15-7. An 8-point lead. Ryan Dude makes it 15-7 with 5:05 to go here in the first half. Cade Kaiser out top for Miles Doyle. Left wing for Olsen. One dribble to his right, and now it's going to be Getz. Zabel drives in with the left hand. He was able to corral it and go wide with it, but missed the shot, and the rebound's grabbed by the O'Gorman Knights. Turvine got to the basket. Getz forced the missed shot, and the Governors get the defensive rebound. Here is Cade Kaiser. Olsen on the right side here for the Governors. Screen from Zabel, got to the free throw line. Ball was knocked away from him. He's looking for a foul. I think the ball, you can see from this angle too that there is no way that ball was blocked, as Coach Kusler could see it from her spot as well. 4:15 to go here in the first half. That 3 is away. That one rolls in and out. The rebound's grabbed by the Governors. Zabel will race the floor, gets the contact. Shot was blocked, but the foul was committed by number 4 in Hayden Gross. Should be number 4, Hayden Gross, and it is. So it'll be his second foul, and we'll have our first free throws of the ball game. Nobody got to the free throw line in that first quarter, so Zabel will shoot his first one. It's the back iron. It is no good. Zabel yesterday went 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Governors were 4 of 8, and that all came in the first half. Eladio Simmental will check in as his minutes are increasing a little bit more and more as at least this weekend has gone on. Second free throw from Zabel. That one is offline as well. He goes 0 for 2 on that trip, and And with 4 minutes to go here in the first half, Governors are down by 8. Driving is Theobald. Make that Caleb Tervine. Gets it back out for Rylan Satter, and that long jumper falls. And Satter has made this a 10-point lead for O'Gorman with 3:45 left to go here in the first half. Luke Olson will find it for Simmental. On the right side, Kaiser baseline. Farther on the baseline for Getz. Took one dribble, picked it up. Now Luke Olson. Olson in the corner. Somehow is able to get the pass for Getz. His shot goes up and good. Olson was falling out of play. Couldn't even see it. Lost sight of him. And as he was falling, and was able to get that pass for Getz to get a bucket. And then right all the way to the bucket. The layup is missed. And it was off of the Governors, as it was Caleb Tervine who got all the way to the basket. He was open. And the finger roll, instead of trying to use the backboard, and I think he had the idea of maybe the backboard or just trying to roll it in. And that travel will be called against O'Gorman. Kate Kaiser was able to step back from Jackson Bjorkman, who has checked in. And then he traveled and turned it over. As the second turnover, only the second turnover for O'Gorman. An offensive foul, then that travel. The only two turnovers so far. Governors have turned it over 6 times in this first half. In the corner for Sun and Shine. Good pass for Zabel underneath. Pump fake, got the shot to go and is fouled. Chance for a 3-point play. The smirk that Zabel had after the shot went in, the foul was committed by Rylan Satter. The smirk that he had looking at the referee, I thought maybe that they called a travel on it for a second. As the free throw is good, he knocks in the 3-point play to make it 17-12. So he's got 3 points here in the quarter, 5 so far in the ball game. 2:40 left to go, all the way to the basket. On the right baseline, Austin Tervine, he's got now 10, first player to double figures. 19-12 with 2:30 to go here in the first half. Sun and Shine on the left side, top of the key here for the Governors. On the left wing for Kaiser, he'll drive left baseline. He'll stop underneath the basket, throws it for Zabel, and the floater falls. 5-foot floater from Zabel makes it 19-14. All the way back up ahead again, and a foul committed. Caleb Tervine will go to the free throw line. These teams go right up and down the floor. O'Gorman wasted no time to get back down the floor. We'll have 2 free throws upcoming. And Coach Kuzler has got all 5 of the players over. Simmental gets called for the foul. Had all 5 players over, and they had to have at least 1 guy, 2 guys in, as the first free throw is made from Caleb Tervine. That's their first free throws of the afternoon to make it 20-14. Have to get back defensively to the Governors. Second free throw upcoming here from Tervine. That is also good. 21-14, 2 for 2 from the line. And Caleb Tervine's got his first 2 points of the afternoon. Final 2 minutes here in the first half. Olson for Simmental. He looks inside for Zabel. That pass out on the left wing for Olson. He will fake the pass. He had got the pump fake at the man in the air, but missed the shot. And the rebound's taken here by O'Gorman. Caleb Tervine will drive. That pass, Olson dove for to try and intercept it, and then the shot at the basket by Satter, the 6'1 senior, missed the shot at the basket. Zabel will draw the contact over the pump fake, who got 2 guys to jump over the top of him. And then the foul committed by Tatum Mounty to put Zabel back at the free throw line. And for Mounty, that's his first. And Zabel's at the line again. He's 1 for 3 so far. Make it 1 for 4 as that first one falls off. And Simmental will check out. Cooper Twiller will check in, as John Lent will also check in for the O'Gorman Knights. Lent, the 6'4 junior. Second free throw upcoming here from Zabel. That one will find its way to bounce its way in. And Zabel now 2 for 5 at the free throw line here in the second quarter. All 5 free throws for the Governors have come from Zabel. 90 seconds to go here in the first half, 21-15. That's a long 2. That shot is missed. It was short from Hayden Gross. And now it's going to be sun and shine. And a carry is called against the Governors. And a turnover as Zabel with just a second was going to give the ball to Sun and Shine, and if he had not touched the ball, it would not have been a turnover. With 1:15 to go here in the first half. Referee was talking to Kate Kaiser as the play was going on. As it's going to be taken here for Austin Terveen. There's a long 3 away. That's going to be missed, and Cooper Twilliger will grab the rebound. Zabel now here for the Govs with under a minute to play here in the first half. 6-point advantage for O'Gorman. Olsen trying to drive, and he gets all the way through. We'll have a foul committed on O'Gorman. It was before the shot by Tatum Mounty. That's their 4th team foul. And so the Governors will shoot free throws if O'Gorman fouls. Once again, left baseline, right baseline, left baseline inbound. Kate Kaiser. His left elbow jumper, too strong, goes over the top of the backboard, so it will go to the O'Gorman Knights with 44.8 to go. Mason Clark will check in, the 5'11 sophomore. One of the 3 sophomores on the roster for O'Gorman. 8-second difference between shot clock and game clock, more 9-second difference. That pass is tipped as Olsen will foul, trying to force the missed shot from John Lentz. But Lent will score and draws a foul with 30.9 to go. And to the free throw line, a chance to make this a 9-point game. We almost are at the point where O'Gorman the Governors can make this a 1-possession game. Now O'Gorman can make it a 9-point game. The free throw is missed, and the rebound's grabbed by Zabel. So the 8-point lead stands here right now for O'Gorman with 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Governors looking for that final shot. They want a basket here to cut this 8-point deficit down to maybe 5, at least to a 2-possession game. Down to 10 seconds to go. Olsen drives all the way to the basket with the right hand, the layup, misses the shot. Terwilliger's rebound, the putback is good. Terwilliger makes it 23-17. Half-court shot, the buzzer is going to be wide right from Hayden Gross, and that will send us to the end of the first half. Governors are down by 6, 23-17 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. We will step aside for 3 minutes, come back with halftime stats. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling? Benefits to support you or a family today and retirement goes down the road? No, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com. Stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Bankers employees are deeply committed to supporting local customers, growing the local and local opportunity. At a time when you bank anywhere, you choose Bank West. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul. You and your achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of warranty from them to the extreme you've grown to love. Great Tire wants you to you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. They're a certified mechanic to make your AC cool again, or change your oil. Look into and fix those oils that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
We can look back at the game and see how we came to our position. This is Pastor Sam from Faith Lutheran Church. We can also look back at our lives and see how we got to where we are today. If you're in a tough spot or if things are going great, I encourage you to try this approach. Call a timeout. Get some advice from the best possible coach, from your loving God. Join us at Faith Lutheran Church for worship, where you'll hear God's plan for the game.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Wondering what to do with that pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
As we welcome you back here into the halftime, the Pierre Governors are down on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard 23-17. So far for the Governors, they are led by Jet Zabel's 8 points on the afternoon, 7 for Dawson Getz and 2 for Cooper Twilliger to round out the 17 for the Governors, who are 2 for 5 on the free throw line, which is more accurately Jet Zabel is 2 for 5 from the free throw line. 7 turnovers in total for the Pierre Governors in that first half, with 5 of the 7 coming in quarter number 1. For the O'Gorman Knights, it is leading the way, 10 points for Austin Terveen, the only man in double figures. But after that, 4 points for Rylan Satter, and then a couple of buckets, and Doot hit a 3. Then 2 points for Tatum Mounty, Caleb Terveen, and John Lentz to round out the scoring for the O'Gorman Knights. They went 2 for 3 from the free throw line, and Terveen went 2 for 2. And it was Lent that went 0 for 1 from the line, from the free throw line in that first half. Governors, they only 2 turnovers for our O'Gorman, 1 in each quarter, as the Govs are down by 6 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard through the end of that first half. Govs overall, the shots start to fall a little bit. I wouldn't even say that they're getting bad looks. They're getting some good looks, just nothing seemed to fall in that first quarter. They're down 6-5 after the end of 1, now down 23-17. They got down quickly in the start of that second quarter. So now going into this third quarter, Governors want a good start as they trail it by 6. A good start will allow them to get back in this game quickly between Pierre and O'Gorman. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with the start of the second half after this. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Refined design, remarkable capabilities. The Ford Edge at Capital City Ford delivers everyone and everything in style and comfort. Bold and aggressive on the outside, lavish with lots of tech on the inside. This SUV does a whole lot more than haul groceries. Travel with confidence when purchasing your all-new Ford Edge from Capital City Ford. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can purchase at 0.9% APR for 60 months. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at envirotechwaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors, they are trailing 23-17, the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard as we are getting set for the start of the third quarter. And again, the O'Gorman Knights are led by Austin Terveen with his 10 points, the only man in double figures, with a total of 40 points scored between these two teams through the first 16 minutes. The Governors, they are led by Jed Zabel, who had 8 in that first half. Dawson Getz had 7, which again then leads to Twilliger having the 2 points, the only other 2 points scored in that first half for the Governors. That wasn't by Zabel or Getz. Governors will get the ball to start the second half. Nobody in foul trouble for the Governors, just 3 fouls in total in that first half. Jed Zabel, Cage Kaiser, and Eladio Simental had the 3 fouls. Henry Theobald and Tate Mounty each have 2 fouls for O'Gorman, so still not in foul trouble, but they want to be careful early on in this third quarter, because if they do pick up that foul, then all of a sudden the foul trouble starts to creep in for the O'Gorman Knights in the beginning of this second half. Theobald, a starter, going to be back out on the floor to start this third quarter for the O'Gorman Knights. After tonight's, we are back on the air on Tuesday, or after this evening, back on the air, or this afternoon, back on the air on Tuesday evening, coverage at 6:30 for a 7 o'clock tip-off. The Pierre Governor girls, they will host the Harrisburg Tigers. We'll have that for you on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Then Thursday, Friday, the Governors take on Yankton. The girls will play on Thursday in Yankton. We'll have coverage at 6:30, tip-off at 7 o'clock. And then on Friday, the Governor boys will host Yankton. Again, we'll have coverage at 6:30, tip-off at 7 o'clock here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So that's how the next week looks for the Pierre Governors. We'll also have then Hawaii Capitals hockey on Saturday and Sunday next weekend, as they will be Pink the Rink on Saturday, and the Governor girls will play on Sunday as well, or the Capital girls will play on Sunday as well. There's a 3 off the hop, off the inbound pass to Dawson Getz, and then it'll be kicked out of bounds by Kate Kaiser, who was trying to find that offensive rebound. It was loose, and Kaiser took one extra step and ended up kicking it out of play, and we get a whistle. 7:45 to go here in the third quarter. First possession is an empty one for the Governors, down by 6. So O'Gorman here, the bottom of your radio dial, right in front of us at the Crow's Nest here at the O'Gorman High School. It is Austin Terveen, gets to the free throw line. The jumper is knocked down for Terveen, who gets O'Gorman on the board right away here in this third quarter. Makes it an 8-point lead, 25-17. Luke Olson, he'll drive. He'll kick it out top for Dawson Getz. Back to the left side, the pass is tipped, but then still grabbed by Olson, who went between the legs of Dude, and then one-hand pass over for Doyle to Jed Zabel. Underneath for Kaiser, pump fake, off the glass, missed the shot. Rebound, though, from Zabel. The putback is good for Zabel, who's now got 10, 25, and 19. Zabel, one of the few guys, two guys that are averaging double figures coming into this weekend. He's now back in the double digits. There's a shot offline from Sauter. Didn't get the full hold of it, and it's back the other way. One of three guys for the Governors with double figures. Averaging for Zabel as he's got the ball now on the right side. Starts to drive, spin move, left hand off the front of the rim and falls through. And Jet Zabel has pulled the Governors within 4. 25-21 with 6:25 to go. Here's a three on the way, and it's buried by Henry Theobald. And a big three knocked down, second three of the ball game for O'Gorman. First from Theobald, the first points of the game for Theobald. Doyle on the right side, 6:05 to go here in the third quarter. Zabel hands off for Olsen, screen. Olsen pulls up for three, trying to answer. Rebound, though, for Dawson Getz. He'll work it back out for Cade Kaiser. Fresh 35 for the Governors. Kaiser passes tip, goes back to Kaiser, though. He's able to reach out for it. Zabel will drive in the corner. Doyle for three to answer. That's buried by Miles Doyle. And the Governors answer the three from Theobald. And Doyle's on the score sheet. Dutz in the paint. Ball knocked away. Back for Theobald. Now it's underneath. That shot missed by Sauter, looking for the foul. Zabel with the defense and the defensive rebound. Here is Olsen on the right side. Governors can cut it to a possession here. Skip pass for Doyle. He'll pull up for another three. That one's missed by Doyle. I know he made one, but that's a little bit of a heat check from Doyle. Maybe feel the confidence right there. Back on the right side for Austin Terveen. Make sure that he didn't carry the ball. He let the ball bounce before he regained possession of it. Now it's going to be Dute that pulls up for three, and it's buried by Nyan Dutz. And he's now got 6, his second three of the ball game. Dawson Getz, he's wide open. The O'Gorman Knights forgot all about him. And instead of he passed up the three to get the high percentage shot. Not that it's not a high percentage shot when Getz takes it from beyond the arc. Dute back the other way, and all of a sudden we're going to start scoring some baskets here. Dute knocks it in, 33-26. 10-9 in scoring here in this third quarter right now. 4.5 to go as Dawson Getz will spin on the left baseline. Zabel looking underneath. Now he'll drive left side. That's going to be a blocking foul. It is. Sauter stepped in front of Zabel, and everybody tumbled over. And it will be a foul committed by Ryland Sauter, his second, and the first foul of this third quarter. As Dawson Getz will check out, Sawyer Sunshine will check in the ball game. Dute will take a seat as well, as they'll get Tatum Mountie in the ball game. Left baseline inbound here for Olsen, fresh 35. Pass is taken here by Zabel, underneath for Olsen, and then he has fouled on the catch, and that's going to be the third foul on Theobald. And that will force him out of the ball game as Caleb Terveen will have to check in for him. 4:16 remaining here in the third quarter. Governors down by 7, 33-26 with American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Zabel hands off for Olsen as he started to drive in, lost the handle of the ball. Now we get a foul committed. Olsen made the shot from his backside, but he's the one that gets called for the foul after he lost the ball, and the Governors will turn it over. And Olsen will pick up his first of the ball game. First Governor foul of the half, and only the fourth foul in total. Tatum Mountie works the ball right in the middle of the court. Top of the key for Sauter, left side, back for Mountie. Lobs it low, and then we get a foul committed on the entry pass. Sawyer Sunshine gets called for a hold. And that's a break for O'Gorman because it wasn't a huge hold that slowed everything down, but that pass is going to be offline. So a fresh 35 here with 3:55 to go here in the third quarter. On the right side, pull up for a long three. That one's offline. Rebound off the hands of Zabel. It's out of bounds, but it's off of O'Gorman last, and the Governors will take over. Austin Terveen missed that three. And now checking in will be Jackson Bjorkman as he'll check in for Hayden Gross. 3:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Luke Olsen Right side for Sun and Shine. His pass here for Zabel. Cutting is Olsen in the basket. The layup is good, and Luke Olsen's got his first bucket. Good play there from Olsen. Able to get behind the defense, and an easy layup on the right side to pull back within 5. Here's a three that goes up, and a foul committed by Kate Kaiser on the three. Caleb Terveen will go the line for 3 free throws. And Kaiser, the quick ask or explanation to the official. And Caleb Terveen will go the line for 3 free throws. He's the only guy to go, well, he's the only guy that made free throws so far for O'Gorman. His first free throw is good to make it a 6-point advantage for O'Gorman. He's now got 3 points, all from the free throw line. O'Gorman now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Second free throw here from Terveen. That's also good. And Olsen had stepped into the paint to block out to Terveen and then realized, well, there's 3 free throws, actually. He even said to himself, well, there's actually 3. So 35-28. Governors are down by 7. Third free throw from Terveen. It goes 3 for 3 for the line to make it 36-28. So leads back up to 8. Governors got it within 4, but haven't been able to get it back within possession. They led 5-4. That's their only lead. Olsen drives all the way to the basket. He is fouled. And they're saying, I believe, it was on the shot, so Olsen will step to the line for 2. And it will be 2 free throws upcoming. And that's the third foul now on Mountie. So the 2 guys I mentioned that didn't necessarily have foul trouble are now in foul trouble, as Olsen will knock down the first free throw, making it 36-29. Terwilliger will check in. He won't check in, excuse me. He's just going to move over in the outside the lane on the free throw. Second free throw for Olsen. That's also good, and the Governors 2 for 2 on that trip. Olsen's now got 4 points, and the lead is 6 for O'Gorman. Driving baseline, that pass will go into the stands. A turnover by O'Gorman. That's their third. So far, they've been good for a turnover a quarter. 3:01 remaining here in the third. And it is a 36-30 lead here for the O'Gorman Knights. Olsen hands off for Zabel, and he travels. And the Governors now have turned the ball over for the 9th time. 2:52 to go here in quarter number 3. Mason Clark here for O'Gorman. On the right side for Bjorkman. Pass underneath. Ball was lost. Pass comes back out for Clark, and now it's going to be Terveen. Underneath it goes for Lent. Trying to find his way to get free for the shot, and as he's falling away, Zabel, as he turned after the shot was good, couldn't do anything but just laugh about it. Lent, I mean, that's great defense by the Governors that time. Lent was falling away, didn't even have real possession of the basketball. And then they'll turn it over as Zabel was trying to get Terwilliger, and Lent had stepped back from Terwilliger, forcing him off balance. And then Lent grabbed the steal. Terveen, and he will be fouled by Sun and Shine. And another free throws upcoming here for O'Gorman. And Sun and Shine will pick up his second. And Austin Terveen will go to the line for the first time. He's got 12 points. The game high so far. Time for the game high was Zabel so far. And the first free throw bounces around and falls through to make it 39-30. Terwilliger will check out. Sunshine will also check out. So now it's Ty and Buss, Olsen, Simmental, Kaiser, and Zabel on the floor for the Governors. Second free throw from Terveen. That rolls off. Rebound's tipped around, and it's grabbed by Olsen. 1 for 2 on that trip for Austin Terveen. Ball will be off the hands of O'Gorman with 29 to go on the shot clock. 2:06 remaining here in quarter number 3. A timeout will be taken here by Coach Brianna Kusler. So 39-30 with 2:06 to go here in the third quarter. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Fertigan has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Furting Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Furting Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Furting Electric, 224-8684.
Governors are down by 9 here on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard as we welcome you back here to O'Gorman High School. Again, the Governors, we will have Governor girls basketball on Tuesday as they take on the Harrisburg Tigers with coverage starting at 6:30 and a tip-off at 7 o'clock. And then Thursday, Friday, same thing. Governors taking on Yankton. Girls will play on Thursday on the road. The boys will be at home, and both games will be on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. So wrap up next week and then get into the first weekend of first week of February. Hard to believe. Feels like it's been a long time. January is always the longest month of the year. The 31 days turn into about 78. And then we will finally get into the month of February. Luke Olson here for the Governors. Now it's Jed Zabel. He'll turn with it with his left hand. He's fouled. Not a lot of contact from this angle, but referee calls the foul, and Zabel will go to the free throw line, where he is 2 for 5 so far this afternoon. As Adut will get called for his first foul, and the fourth night foul as the first free throw rattles home for Jet Zabel. Dawson Getz will check in for Kate Kaiser. We'll also get another sub as Gross will check in. As he'll check in for Jackson Bjorkman. Second free throw here from Zabel. That one misses short, and the rebound is grabbed by Dute, but almost taken back away by Dawson Getz. Now here is Dute with 1:50 to go here in the third quarter. Left side, and there's a travel on the catch as Gross caught it and did not put the ball on the floor. In the NBA, you're probably getting away with it, considering that away with a lot of travels in the NBA, but not in high school basketball. Luke Olson almost carried the ball, but Ty and Bus will catch. Dawson Getz fires away from long range. That shot is missed, but Simmental got the offensive board, and his pass trying to get it back out from the inside the paint with 3 guys collapsing on him. Turns the ball back over, and it's taken here by O'Gorman. It is Dute that will drive right side. He got the shot up to go to give O'Gorman a 10-point lead. And Dute now has 10 points. Zabel going through traffic, looking for the contact and the foul. Didn't get that one there. And O'Gorman, with 1 minute to go, has possession and a 10-point advantage. Pass underneath. Throw it over for Dute for 3. That one's buried for Dute. And Dute knocks it in. Coach Roby, I don't think was happy that John let pass up that shot, even though it works out in their favor. They get an extra point. He's wanting Lent to just go up and score. It is now Simmental. That pass is deflected. It will be staying in play. Dawson Getz with 34 to go. Trying to answer with that 3. Missed the shot. Rebound, and then Bus will get called for the foul, as it will be a push on Ty and Bus with 30.3 to go, and that is the 5th foul by the Governors in this third quarter. And 2 shots upcoming here for Caleb Terveen. And put the guy to the free throw line who is 5 for 5 from the line right now. First free throw from Terveen, that rolls off. Kate Kaiser will check in for Simmental. Austin Terveen back in the ball game as well. Second free throw is good from Caleb Terveen. He's 4 for 5 in the quarter. And overall, 6 of 7 in the ball game. 20 seconds to go. Governors are down by 14. Barring something crazy happening here in the final seconds, Governors are not going to get this within 10. Zabel with 10 seconds to go. Gets left side. Pump fakes, drives in, kicks it over for Kaiser with 5 seconds. Now in the corner for Getz. Down to 2 seconds. Throws it up at the buzzer, missed the shot, and the Governors will head to the fourth quarter down by 14, 45-31 to the O'Gorman Knights. We will step aside for a minute, come back with the fourth quarter. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Anderson Rumson Dental, we want to change the way your family views the dentist. Let us replace your dread of the chair with personal service in a friendly and inviting atmosphere. Using state-of-the-art technology, we offer porcelain crowns completed in 1 day, saving you time and money. Anderson Rumson Dental, located at 1521 North Harrison Avenue in Pierre. Experience dental procedures performed while you're in a deeply relaxed state, often with no recollection of the time past. Anderson Rumson Dental. Call us today at 605-224-6111. That's 605-224-6111.
We all have had to fix little things. Loose screw? Get a screwdriver. Nail coming up? Find a hammer. Bolt coming loose? Get some wrenches. Sometimes these little things tend to make us think we can fix big things. Plug drain? Call Allied Plumbing. Water heater leaking? Call Allied Plumbing. Sewer backed up? Trust me, leave it to the professionals and rely on your ally. Call Allied Plumbing. With 75 years of combined experience, it speaks for itself. Allied Plumbing, 494-2001.
Fourth quarter, Pierre Governors are down 45-31. The American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard as we welcome you back here to O'Gorman High School for the start of the final regulation 8 minutes. As Hayden Gross will catch the inbound pass for O'Gorman. They lead it by 14. This is their largest lead of the ball game. As it's going to be caught by Gross. Off his shot is off, and it's going to be rebounded by Getz. Zabel racing up the floor on the left side. Luke Olson will catch here. Governors need to take the first 4 minutes, cut it within half here, make it a 7-point game. Olson will catch on the alley-oop type pass. Olson, he caught it behind him and was able to throw it to the basket to get it to go. He was on the left block, and that was one where the Govs, not one where you're overly thrilled about how it went, but you're happy to take the 2 points. As Getz will get the defensive rebound off the O'Gorman miss. Lob pass up for Kaiser. He is fouled as he was trying to catch that entry pass. And the foul will be committed by Austin Terveen, his first, and the team's first here in the fourth quarter. 7:11 to go here in quarter number 4. Governors have pulled within 12. Need a couple more stops. They need a lot of stops in this fourth quarter. As Getz will catch in the corner for 3. Need it, got it. Rolled around and fell through. Govs have already pulled within 9 now. Getz with 12 in the ball game. His third 3. As Dute now will try and drive. Kick it over for Austin Terveen for 3. That's missed. Rebound will be grabbed by the Governors. They got a third defensive stop. Can they go 3 for 3? There's your turkey to start this fourth quarter. Luke Olson here for the Governors. At the free throw line, lobs into the basket, missed the shot, rebounds grabbed by O'Gorman. Could have pulled within 7 on that possession. Mentioned the turkey, that's 3 straight stops defensively. That's this on the left side now here, back out top for Dute. He'll drive in with the left hand, he is fouled. Olson might get called for it. And Dute will step to the free throw line for 2. Luke Olson is going to get called for the foul, his second. And Dute with 13 points will step to the free throw line. He'll knock down the first free throw to put the lead back up to 10 here for O'Gorman. 6:19 to go. And again, over the next 2 minutes, Governors would like to see this lead shrink to 7. Second free throw is also good. So the lead is 11, 47-36. More doable to pull within 7 in 4 minutes than trying to say we got to pull within 14. Now we'll have a discussion about the officials on who the foul is actually on. And it's going to be on Ryland Satter, his third. With 6:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lob pass from Olson for Zabel. Doyle will catch on the left side. Kaiser underneath. He is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. And was that on Gross or Dute? They're going to be on Dute. And that's now the third O'Gorman foul here in the quarter with 6:04 to go. And Kaiser will step to the line for the first time tonight, looking for his first points this afternoon. And the first free throw is well short. .11 lead here for O'Gorman. Second free throw here for Kaiser. That is good. And the Govs are now back within 10, 47-37. Racing down the floor. Theobald got cut off by Kaiser. Now that pass is deflected, and then it's going to be Getz that will pick up the steal. He might have traveled, but he missed the layup anyway. Governors, that's a huge one. It's a foul committed now by Olsen. Or the timeout was called. So there is no foul. It's just a timeout that was called by O'Gorman. That's their first timeout of the afternoon. So no foul committed, which helps out a lot because Olsen was about to get called for his third foul. But instead, it is going to be a timeout by Coach Roby with 5:48 to go. Again, that's his first timeout. Coach Kusser still got three of her 5 timeouts. O'Gorman's got 4 of their 5 timeouts, so this is a game that when we get to the final stretch here, there's still going to be a lot of game left to play with 5:48. A lot of timeouts to be used if this game remains, if the game gets close. I want to say remains close. It's not out of reach by any means. There's still 5:48 to go. You're down by 10. That's a bucket every 5 minutes, or a bucket every minute that you're overcoming the deficit right now. So this game is still well within reach for the Governors, as they will inbound O'Gorman coming out of the timeouts. To be caught by Theobald. That pass is deflected, stolen away. Governors pick up another turnover from O'Gorman. Kaiser underneath the basket for Doyle. Good pump fake. Shot, though, it will fall for Miles Doyle. Governors pull within 8, 47-39. Doyle now with 5 points. Governors with a full court press again after the make. It's going to be to the baseline. That's going to be stolen away. Olsen with the steal. Governors can pull within a couple possessions here. Zabel, lob pass over the top, and they turn the ball back over. But then O'Gorman steps out of bounds and turns the ball right back to the Governors. 12 turnovers for the Governors. Now 8 turnovers for O'Gorman with 4 in this fourth quarter. 5:19 remaining. Governors, again, they're down by 8. They can make it a 2-possession game with any made basket here. Getz underneath for Zabel. His shot off the glass is good. 47-41. Pierre's within 6. Down by 14 to start this quarter. They pull within 6 now. That pass, that one's going to be stolen away. Kaiser with the steal. His 5th turnover. Now Luke Olsen. Governors can pull within a possession with a made 3. 4:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. They've done what they wanted to do to pull within 7 in that first 4 minutes. Dawson gets, cutting Zabel. He'll turn, fadeaway shot is short, and the rebound is going to be grabbed and taken by Gross. Up ahead it comes. There's a layup the other way for Tatum Mounty, as he's now got 4 points. The lead's up to 8, 49-41. Olsen, he's able to find his way over now for Getz. He'll drive in, float to the basket, off the glass and in. They make it 49-43. Dawson Getz now with 14 points. Duke back the other way. His pass for Austin Tervier. He missed the shot. No foul committed. Governors back the other way, and then Duke will foul Jet Zabel. That's going to be his 3rd and the 14th foul with 4:08 to go. And the lead is trimmed to 6. And again, a made 3 pulls the Govs within a possession here. Austin Trevine will check out. Caleb Trevine will check in for him. Now we're going to get Jackson Bjorkman in the ball game for Dute. He's got his 3 fouls, so there's 3 guys with 3 fouls for O'Gorman. Rylan Sauter, Henry Theobald, and Nyan Dute. Getz will catch the inbound pass. O'Gorman cannot foul the rest of the way without putting the Governors to the free throw line. Olsen kicks it for Getz for 3. That one rolls in and out, and the rebound's going to be grabbed by Tatum Mounty. 6-point advantage Driving is going to be Caleb Terveen. Missed the shot. Rebound. Fought for. We get a tie-up. And it will stay and will go to the Pierre Governors. And Coach Roby is not happy with how the O'Gorman Knights are playing right now. He'll take his second timeout. He's looking over the clock. He's telling, hey, we got to slow down a little bit. We're up by 6. We don't need to force anything. 3:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Governors, with a 6 points deficit, will have the ball on the alternating possession arrow. And again, it made 3. Had a good look, rolled in and out. Had a chance to pull his team within 3. And Coach Roby, again, he is not happy with his team's effort here in the fourth quarter. He dropped the clipboard on the ground, trying to tell his team to slow down. So 3:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. They'll have O'Gorman thought maybe they're gonna press, but they're just trying to make sure that they have the right team with the basketball. So they go back to the half-court defense. 3:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Luke Olson, hands off for Dawson Getz. Now back for Olson. Zabel, hands for Olson again on the right side. Ball goes off the foot. Diving for the loose ball. It's going to be picked up by O'Gorman. A turnover by the Governors. Not one that they wanted to have here with 3:25 to go. They still trail it by 6, though. Still plenty of time in this ball game. O'Gorman will slow things down a little bit. Work the ball around the perimeter. Top of the key for Bjorkman. On the left side, pump fake by Caleb Terveen. Make that Tatum Mountie. And now it's going to be Gross with 10 to go on the shot clock. Almost had the ball stolen away by Olson. Now kick it over the right side as Terveen will float to the basket. And Caleb Terveen, he's got his first made field goal. He's got 8 points, but his first made field goal. Gets back the other way. Kicks it for Kaiser. Now Zabel. His pass for Doyle. That's going to be turned over, and the Governors will foul. And Pierre, who had the momentum going their way, have turned the ball over the last 2 possessions. And a foul committed by Doyle, his first, and the team's second with 2:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. So, sideline inbound for O'Gorman from the far side of the court. More at the top of your dial, and if you're watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports, you get the big Daktronics shot clock in your way. We did our best of how we can get the camera angle for the most of the court. And it is Duke now on the left corner. They work it back out to the wing as it's taken here by Hayden Gross. Now back again for Caleb Terveen. It is back again. Top of the key. Gross slowing down with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Now we'll drive all the way in. Off the glass and in, and a foul committed by the Governors. And Hayden Gross makes it a 10-point lead with 2:20 to go. Gross got his first points, and the foul committed by Doyle, his second foul. And now Gross at the free throw line. Chance to make this back to an 11-point lead. And he does with the free throw. That's good. 54-43. Timeout taken by Coach Brianna Kusler. I believe she's going to take a full timeout with 2:16 to go. So we'll take one with her. 54-43. Governors are down by 11. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Every day, you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
It is a 54-43 lead for the O'Gorman Knights and the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard as we are closing in here. 2:16 to go in quarter number 4. And the Govs down by 11, coming out of the timeout. They've got 2 timeouts remaining. O'Gorman still with 3 timeouts left. And Pierre needs buckets and stops. They got within 6. That's about it. You know, they had within 4 in that second quarter, but they just can't quite get closer than that. As Dawson Getz will inbound. Doyle here for the Governors. Luke Olson, right side for Kaiser. Kaiser looks, pass out for Getz. Getz will step back, take it for Olson now. Olson underneath for Zabel. With the left hand, got it to go, and it's fouled. He drew the contact, got the shot to fall. And the foul committed by Ryland Satter, his 4th. As Austin Terveen will check in for Caleb Terveen. Zabel now with 17. And a chance for a 3-point play. Trying to get the Govs within 8. And he does as it just rolls in. 54-46. Now the Govs need that defense to stop here. 30 seconds on the shot clock. They got another 5 seconds to get across midcourt. That pass will come for Mountie. And then nearly had a tie-up. And a timeout will be taken by the O'Gorman Knights as Gross saw where Mountie was at and where that ball was at, how things were going. And so Gross took the timeout with 1:46 to go here in the 4th quarter. And the Govs are still down at 54-46. So both teams will now have 2 timeouts once we resume play. You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. The Pierre Governors down by 8. They trail by 14 coming into the 4th quarter. They're down 45-31 to start this 4th quarter. They pulled all the way within 6, but haven't been able to get closer than that. They had one really good look. Dawson Getz pulled up for a 3, but it rolled in and out. And that would have put the Govs within a possession. However, they just haven't been able to claw all the way back. The hole might have been too deep for the Govs to climb out of as they struggled offensively in that first half. They were down 6-5 at the end of the first quarter and then trailed 23-17 at the end of 2. And it wasn't really until the midway point of the 3rd quarter where the Govs started to score a little bit, but they really have picked it up in the 4th quarter, playing much better offensively, forcing O'Gorman into 5 of their 9 turnovers in this 4th quarter. Coming out of the timeout, 24 on the shot clock. Inbound pass will go in the backcourt and grabbed by Tate Mountie. Governors need defensive stops the rest of the way here. Duke, top of the key. On the right side. Dawson Getz trying to swipe the ball free. Gross still trying to drive in with 5 seconds of the shot clock. That baseline jumper is missed. Offensive board by Austin Terveen. Ball knocked away, and then it's going to be off of the Governor, so it'll stay with O'Gorman with 31 seconds of the shot clock now and 1:19 to go. So Duke will inbound, that's not going to be Duke that will inbound. Terveen will catch the inbound pass. Gross had inbounded it. The ball is in the corner, and it's going to stay with O'Gorman again. And it's going to be a corner inbound now here for O'Gorman. As it will be Gross to inbound again. 1:15 to go, 27 the shot clock. Duke will catch the inbound pass. Is able to defend him. Now it's Austin Terveen. Terveen with it as he'll work to the right side, and then a foul will be committed by Kate Kaiser. That'll be the 4th Governor foul. And the Govs will take a timeout, one of their final 2 timeouts, with 1:06 to go. They've got, I believe they have a 30 and a full timeout. That'd be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. 3rd foul on Kate Kaiser. So now the Governors are in the spot where they have to foul. With 1:06 to go, you do the quick math. An 8-point lead for O'Gorman. And 1:06, you're at the point where you foul when you get in the front court. Governors don't want to deny anymore. I mean, they can deny, try and get the steal on the inbound pass, but once that pass goes in, unless it's in the backcourt, you pretty much want to foul right away and put O'Gorman on the free throw line and make them make free throws, because it's going to be coming down to trying to get as many missed free throws and many made shots as you can possibly get here for the Governors. As we will see the inbound come, Mountie looking to catch the inbound pass, and then a foul immediately. Had Ryland Satter caught it, Doyle found him, his third foul. And Ryland Satter will go to the free throw line, where he's got 4 points tonight, but he's 0 for 0 for the free throw line. Dude will check back in after the first free throw here. Satter, his first free throw is going to be good to make it a 9-point lead, 55-46. Dude will check in for Henry Theobald. Second free throw upcoming here from Satter. That'll find its way through as well, and a 10-point lead here for O'Gorman. Olsen hands off for Getz. Down to 55 seconds to go. Zabel with the right hand, the left hand. That shot is missed. Rebound is grabbed by O'Gorman. Satter is fouled another time with 50.9 to go, and that might be all that the Governors have in the tank. Unfortunately, we'll go 0-2 this weekend. Satter back to the free throw line. If he can sink both of these, it really puts the Governors at disadvantage with 50.9 to go, especially if they don't score on the other end of the floor. First free throw here from Satter. Well, that's missed, so the Governors do catch a break right there. Even with the second one, still will be a 4-possession game. Second free throw, that is good to make it 57-46. Governors have to go quick and have to score quick. Luke Olsen will step into a three. They got to have it. They don't get it. Rebound, though, is grabbed by Getz, but he stepped out of bounds with 43 seconds to go. And we'll see if Coach Kusler will call off the Dogs. I think she is telling them to not to foul. Maybe. She put her hands down, kind of a calm down, but Governors will still try and steal the inbound pass, although it'll be up ahead. And the Govs are going to let the clock start to bleed down. 7 seconds between shot clock and game clock, and they will not foul. So the Govs are going to fall to 8-6 in the season, 0-2 this weekend. And the effort that the Governors had in that fourth quarter to pull within 6, they were unable to get all the way back in this game. A slow start offensively. O'Gorman did too. Good defense between these two teams, as Gross will have to drive in. They have one more possession they have to try and score. Terveen with the tough shot is missed, and also will grab the rebound with 8 seconds to go. So the Govs are going to fall to 8-6, as they are going to fall this one 57-46 to the O'Gorman Knights this afternoon. O'Gorman wins at home. Governors have dropped to their last 3 back-to-back games this weekend. They fall 57-46 to O'Gorman. We will step aside and come back in 2 minutes to wrap this one up from O'Gorman High School. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the capital city area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your locally owned independent auto parts store, 500 West Sioux in Pierre. Go Govs!
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Reddeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Reddeman a call at 605-224-2161.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors, they fall here to this afternoon to the O'Gorman Knights as it ends up being a 57-46 win for O'Gorman as they improved to 7-5 of the season. The Governors fall to 8-6 as they will have just 6 games remaining after, well, now 6 games remaining with just 1 game next week, taking on the Yankton Bucks on Friday. We go through the scoring first for the Governors. They were led by Jed Zabel, who had a game-high 18 points. Dawson Getz finished with 14 points, including 3 threes in the ball game. Make that 2 threes in the ball game. 6 points for Luke Olson, all coming in the second half. 2 points for Cooper Twilliger and Kate Kaiser, 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the ball game as the Govs shot 7 of 12 from the free throw line, turned the ball over 14 times in total in the loss to O'Gorman. For the victorious Knights, they were led by 15 points of Nyan Dutz, who had 10 of his 13 in the third. 13 points for Austin Tervine, who did not score in that fourth quarter. 8 points for Caleb Tervine, who went 6 of 7 from the free throw line, had just 1 field goal for his 8 points. 7 points for Rylan Satter, ended up being 4 points for John Lent, 3 apiece for Henry Theobald and for Hayden Gross. To round out the scoring for the O'Gorman Knights, who shot 13 of 17 from the free throw line in the win over the Pierre Governors here this afternoon. They turned the ball over 9 times, but 5 of those 9 turnovers came in the fourth quarter, where the Governors were down 6-5 at the end of 1. They ended up going down 23-17 at the end of the first half. The Govs got to within 4 a couple different times, but really never got back within possession. Govs got within 6 of the fourth quarter, but they were down by 14 to start the fourth quarter. They were down 45-31 at the end of 3, got within 6, but could not finish out that full comeback. Ended up falling by 11, 57-46 here this afternoon. Again, the Governor girls will be at home on Tuesday when they take on the Harrisburg Tigers. We'll have coverage starting at 6:30 and tip-off at 7 o'clock from Rakes High School. That'll be coming up on Tuesday with the Govs taking on the Harrisburg Tigers. Then on a Thursday, the Pierre girls will be on the road to Yankton, taking on the Gazelles. That'll be another 7 o'clock tip-off, as we'll have that one for you on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Then on Friday, Governors will be back at home. The Governor boys are back at home as they will take on the Yankton Bucks. So the girls will play Thursday. The boys will play Friday against Yankton. And we'll have coverage at 6:30 and tip-off at 7 o'clock between the Govs and the Yankton Bucks. On Saturday and Sunday next week, we've got 2 hockey games on Saturday. Paint the rink as the Hawaii Lady Capitals will host the Rushmore Thunder, and then the Capital Boys will host the Brandon Valley Ice Cats. Those 2 games are at 12 and 6 o'clock for the Paint the Rink on Saturday at the Expo Center. And then it will be on Sunday, the Capital Girls hosting Sioux Falls to take on the Flyers in their second and last game. They'll be on the road to Aberdeen 2 Sundays from now when Super Bowl Sunday. The Capital Girls will take on the Aberdeen Cougars coming up on that February 11th to round out the season. But that's how the schedule kind of looks next week. We'll have Tuesday, Thursday, Friday on KCCR, Saturday, Sunday on Capital City Rock. And of course, games are available to watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports, and then also on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports for the evening. Waiting to hear from Coach Brianna Kusler, and she should be coming up here shortly. The Governors, they fall here, go 0-2 this weekend against the number 2 team in the States against Harrisburg. They fell 65-29 last night, and then they dropped this one 57-46 to O'Gorman. At the point of this weekend, they were coming in having been the number 10 team in the state. But now we'll see where the standings lie for the Governors, who were 6th in the AA standings before the weekend started. And now we'll see how the weekend shakes out and where Pierre will be at, because things will be. There's a couple of games, Yankton and Brookings both with 1 win each, but everything else in the schedule for the Governors it's going to be pretty tough the rest of the way. You get again. You'll have Yankton and Brookings with the 1 win between the 2 teams, or win each of the 2 teams. But then you look at Huron, who's 6-5 going into the weekend. Mitchell's 9-1, Jefferson 5-6, and Roseville at 8-2. The other 4 games that you have, Jefferson at 5-6 ends up being the easiest game per se, because they're the only other team that's under 500. So you look at those other 3 games, especially Mitchell and Roosevelt, 2 of your last 3 games, against 9-1 and 8-2. Really tough matchups, and things aren't going to be easier for the Govs from here on out. So not that it was easy today, was going to be easy today. O'Gorman's always a good basketball team, regardless of what their record shows, and they were able to do that again here this afternoon, picking up the 11-point win, 57-46, over the Pierre Governors here this afternoon. And again, the Govs, they're 8-6 in the season. They'll be back at home on Friday to take on the Yankton Bucks, as they will be looking for a win over Yankton to get themselves back on track before the final stretch of the year, where they will be playing against Huron and Brookings back on back-to-back Tuesdays, and then also the Mitchell Colonels on that following Friday. So again, we talked about how January, the season, it feels like January is never going to end, but then going in the month of February, how quickly the season starts to wrap up, where the Govs in that month of February will have the last 6 games of the year, but it all is pretty fast and furious for the Govs that will be taking on their final 6 games coming up in the month of February. So the Governors fall today 57-46 to the O'Gorman Knights, as they are now 8-6 in the season, and will be taking on the Yankton Bucks coming up on Friday, which of course will have coverage from Riggs High School at 6:30 and tip off at 7 o'clock on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. And that'll wrap things up for us here this afternoon, with the Governors falling by 11 to O'Gorman. We will back on the air at 6:30 on Tuesday for girls basketball between Pierre and Harrisburg, as we will sign off here from a Saturday afternoon from O'Gorman. Final score, we'll first want to say thanks to Drew McIntyre back at the station, but final score, the Pierre Governors, they fall 57-46 to O'Gorman, as we say so long from Sioux Falls.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Basketball is sponsored by Rising Hope Counseling, Bank West, Fisher Rounds, Billion Auto, AGE, Envirotech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, River Bottom Sanitation, CHS River Plains, Wheelhouse Auto Body, Edward Jones Financial, Allied Plumbing and Heating, Harding Electric, Gales Gas, First Dakota National Bank, Faith Lutheran, Lamb Motors, Shane's Pharmacy, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Anderson Rumsa Dental, Todd's Electric, Graham Tire, Avera, and the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports Central